Hey, this is Steve Kell for Kell One Farm, Primal Blueprint Certified Health Coach and an ATG coach in the making at the moment. And I'm starting a new project called Wait Until You're 40. I'm going to turn 40 tomorrow as of the recording of this video, which today is January 20th, 2023. And I've got some goals for when I turn 40 because so many people told me through my life, just wait until you're 40. And so I have, and I got some good ones. So I'll go through those goals later, but today I just wanted to tell you I have a little bit of a setback, unfortunately. And that is on Sunday of this week, just 5 days ago, I played a game of Ultimate Frisbee. And I actually landed on my knee. I guess this knee right here, the shin kind of hit the ground first as I dove for a Frisbee. And then this part of my knee kept on going that way. So it kind of jammed into the ground and I heard something, I felt something. Probably didn't actually hear it, but just there was something about that snap that was alarming. And I got up, I played a little bit more, but most of the time for the rest of the next hour, I was on the sidelines trying to evaluate that knee. I got into the game a few more times and I did run a little bit. I did make some cuts, but if I tried to do that in aggressive ways, it would hurt really bad. So my knee, I knew there was something was wrong, but I could run, I could jump, I could go up a step, I could plant hard. I just couldn't do anything quick. So anyway, a physician's assistant at the game actually checked me out and thought the knee seemed stable, so I probably hadn't done something extreme like completely torn a ligament. And so I'm going to tell you the long story, but in a short variety. In that case, I came home and I did some exercises to evaluate the knee even more so. After all, I have been doing a lot of exercises and my lifestyle and eating has been so good that I just assume that my body is capable of taking a hit or trauma and then I'm going to recuperate well. So I had all these little exercises I was trying out at the house on Sunday night. Still hurt and there was no swelling, so it was kind of weird. Monday morning, after sleeping on it and trying to keep my leg comfortable and elevated, Monday morning I get out of the bed, I swing my leg out over the edge of the bedside and I feel extreme pain, intense pain, and it wouldn't go away. And immediately as I felt that pain, I don't know whether it was a reaction because I was trying to tighten things up, my calf cramped. So I had to stop the calf from cramping by physically moving my toe. In that case, the calf cramp went away, but that knee pain was still so intense, extreme. And then I hopped to the bathroom, actually used the bathroom, but the entire time I was getting to the bathroom, my knee was still throbbing in pain. While I was using the bathroom, my knee was throbbing in pain. It was overwhelming, persistent, and I couldn't take it. So I actually fainted due to the pain. We didn't realize at the time that that was a thing, but it's called vasovagal syncope, and that's what I learned in the ER. Happens when you see something extreme or disgusting, or you are in pain or fearful, you can just pass out. And my brain was so haywire, sporadic, just firing like crazy. I even thought to myself in the bathroom, oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath. And I couldn't do it. And I ended up falling over, which is leading to other bad things. I fall over. I assume that I hit my head because I ended up with my head on one side of the bathtub. We have a trash can in our bathtub because the dogs will eat trash if we don't hide it in there. So my back was resting on that. My head was up against the wall on the other side of the tub, and my butt was right on the near side of the tub. And I was just laying there with the shower curtain over my face, and Francie came in and found me and was like, what the heck? She called the ambulance. When I finally woke up, maybe 30, 40 seconds later, I asked her why she was calling the ambulance, and I asked her to please call him back we don't need an ambulance. And honestly, I might have been right, but from her perspective, it seemed like the right thing to do, and probably was. But I was super sweaty and nauseous right after that, and I got up and walked to the couch so that I wasn't in the bathroom when the EMS came, and Francie basically made a way for those guys to get in and see me. And sheesh, I was still sweaty and everything, but my heart rate was fine and my heart rhythm was fine. So they checked me out like that, and I was like, well, sheesh, I don't think I need to go down to the hospital. And the head guy on the EMS team said, why don't we do an EKG, and we'll just, if everything looks good, that'll be it. So they did that, and they actually did a second one because the first one was kind of like, Second one confirmed what they were looking at, which is basically a little bit of an irregular heart rhythm. So my electric current delivered to the heart was just a little too soon, and it can be the same type of rhythm you'd see from someone who had just had a heart attack. So they said, it's possible that you did have a heart attack. Why don't we take you down to the ER, and that way you can be checked out and know for sure. In that case, I took a ride down there, very disoriented in terms of just like the strike to the head, I'm guessing, was the reason why I was like, ugh. I just felt foggy, and my neck felt like it just hurt. Like somebody was like gripping the back of my neck and just making it so I couldn't get like a good deep breath. I couldn't get clear, but mostly I was reasonable and coherent. Anyway, I see Francie crying with my brother Mark in the front yard as we leave the house in the ambulance, and that was kind of like a scary moment. Had to rely on all the scripture and faith that I've consumed over the last 40 years or so, and just thought about all the good things that God promises, and the fact that he is a stronghold, he's a foundation, he's the light. In that case, who shall I fear? Whom shall I be afraid? And that was a great comfort to me, among other verses of scripture and Psalms. And we get down there, I get tons of blood tests, I get another EKG, I get an echocardiogram, MRI on my knee, x-ray on my knee. So much stuff is happening, and it all confirmed in the ER that it did not seem like I actually had a heart attack. My blood enzymes and the heart itself was healthy, beating strong, no sign that anything had happened to my heart. The vasovagal syncope is their diagnosis for that, and my knee, they did the MRI to make it out so that it's a partial tear of the ACL. Now, I didn't want to make this more than 10 minutes, so I just have a little bit more time left. As someone who's about to turn 40, I want to make my life, as a 40-year-old, I want to have a bunch of little accomplishments, and I'm ticking them off the list. I haven't made a lot of goals in my life, especially specific ones. And I'm going to start this thing called Wait Until You're 40. I want to dunk a basketball. I want to run a 5K under 18 minutes. I want to run a 400 meter under 55 seconds. And I want to run a 100 meter under 11. If I could do all those things, that would be insane. Honestly, it'll be insane. I have to do a lot of work and be shrewd. So I'm going to try and do that. And I'm going to try and use the food that we have here at the house and on the farm to fuel my body and recover this PCL injury before I get into those big goals even more so. I need to be a better family member. I need to be a better husband, brother, son, and I need to be a better friend. I'm going to work on those things, and I really want to commune with God as a 40-year-old. So I'm going to try and do my best to focus my attention and time into those really good things. I waited until I was 40 to put these things in order, but you might as well just start right now. Hopefully I'll be an inspiration to some people if I can keep up with this little task of informing you and make it a story for myself to learn from and you. Thanks for tuning in so far. I'll check back in with you shortly.